The road from Jerusalem to Jericho was not just a path. It was a test. Winding through jagged cliffs and narrow passes. It swallowed the careless and exposed the true nature of those who dare to walk it. Travelers whisper of shadows that move where no man stood, of cries that vanish into the rocks, of blood that dried too quickly under the desert sun. And on this day, the road was waiting. A lone traveler adjusted the cloth around his shoulders, glancing over his back. His name was not important. Only his choices would be. He had left Jerusalem at dawn, his purse heavy, his thoughts heavier. He had a family waiting, debts to settle, a life to protect. But the road did not care. From behind the rocks, figures stirred. The attack was sudden. One moment, silence. The next, violence. Hands grabbed him. A blow struck his head. Another to his ribs. His cry echoed, but no one answered. Dust rose as he struggled. His vision blurring as fists and stones rained down. Take everything, one of the attackers barked.
Got it.
His bag was ripped away. His cloak torn. His strength faded. And then nothing. They left him there, bleeding, broken, barely breathing. The sun climbed higher. Heat pressed down like judgment. Flies gathered. Time passed. Then footsteps. A priest appeared along the path. Robes clean, posture upright. He slowed as he noticed the body ahead. His face tightened. He looked around. No witnesses. The man on the ground stirred faintly. A weak groan escaping his lips. The priest hesitated. If he is dead, he muttered, stepping back slightly, I would be unclean. He adjusted his robe, choosing the safer side of the road. His pace quickened. The groaning faded behind him. Soon after, another traveler approached, a Levite, a man of service, of duty. He stopped. He looked directly at the wounded man this time, studying him. Blood, bruises, barely alive. For a moment, something flickered in his eyes. Compassion? Fear? Someone else will come, he whispered, almost convincing himself. And with that, he walked on. The road fell silent again. The man's breathing grew shallow. Hope slipped further away. Not far from there, another traveler made his way along the same road. He was a Samaritan, an outsider, a man who knew what it meant to be looked at with suspicion or outright hatred. He had felt it in marketplaces, in glances, in silence. He had learned to keep moving, to expect nothing. Yet still he traveled. As his donkey stepped carefully over the rocky path, he noticed something ahead, a shape, a body. He slowed. The wind carried a faint, broken sound, a breath. The Samaritan's eyes narrowed. He scanned the hills. This would be a trap. Bandits often use wounded men as bait. His grip tightened on the rope in his hand. He could turn back. He should turn back. But the sound came again, weaker now. A dying man. The Samaritan exhaled slowly, then stepped down from his donkey. Easy, he murmured, more to himself than anyone else.
What happened here? Are you alone?
He approached cautiously. The man's face was barely recognizable beneath the blood and dust. His lips were cracked, his chest rising unevenly.
Can you hear me?
The Samaritan asked. No answer. Only a faint movement. The Samaritan looked around once more. The hills remained still. Then, with a quiet resolve, he knelt. Carefully, he poured oil onto the wounds, cleaning them as best he could. The injured man flinched, a weak gasp escaping. I know, the Samaritan said softly. He tore strips from his own cloth, binding the wounds. Each movement was deliberate, patient. Time passed. The sun began to dip. This was dangerous. Staying meant risk, but leaving meant death for the man at his feet. The Samaritan paused, looking at him, a stranger, an enemy, perhaps someone who, under different circumstances, might have turned away from him. Still, he lifted him with effort. He placed the wounded man onto his donkey, supporting him as they began the slow journey forward. Step by step, through fading light, through growing danger. Finally, they reached an inn. The innkeeper looked up as they approached, his eyes narrowing.
What happened to him? He was attacked by bandits. He needs a place to rest and recover.
The innkeeper hesitated, eyeing them both.
He needs food and good care. That costs money. I understand. Take this. Care for him. What if it's not enough? I will return, and I will repay whatever more is needed.
At night, the Samaritan stayed. He sat beside the wounded man, ensuring he drank water. Adjusting his bandages. At one point, the man stirred, his eyes opening slightly. He whispered,
Why?
His voice barely there. The Samaritan paused.
Because you needed help.
The man's eyes searched his face.
Thank you.
Confusion and something deeper flickering within them. And sleep took him again.
Rest now.
Morning came.
The morning light is here. Innkeeper, I must go. Please watch over him.
I will care for him as my own.
Thank you. God bless you.
Preparing to leave, he spoke once more
Safe
to the
travels.
innkeeper, ensuring everything was arranged. Without another word, he turned and walked away. The road awaited him again. But something had changed, not in the road, in what it had revealed. Days later, in a crowded place, a question was asked.
Who is my neighbor?
The answer was not given in argument. It was given in a story. A story of a road. Of choices. Of a man who stopped when others would not. Because being a neighbor is not about distance. It is about action. Not about who deserves kindness, but who is willing to give it.
Which of these three do you think was a neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of thieves? The one who showed mercy to him. Go and do likewise.
If the story moved you, if it challenged the way you see others, take a moment to reflect. Who is the person you've been passing by? Who is waiting on your kindness? Don't just hear the story, live it. And if you want more cinematic, powerful Bible stories like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Backhand index pointing right. Follow the YouTube channel, Ibidee Scriptales, for more cinematic and engaging Bible stories that bring these timeless lessons to life.